All right, everybody, I do have one more update for you guys today, and I wanted to get this information out because I may not be able to speak tomorrow. I really haven't been this sick in about 19 years, so I don't know what tomorrow is going to be like. But I wanted to get this video out there. I wanted to talk about a couple of odds and ends. If you've seen the title of this video, yes, I do have some information from some things I've been hearing, and I'm going to talk about what it means in regards to the Snyderverse continuing on. All right, so first of all, I wanted to talk about Blue Beetle. The actor who's playing the main character, I don't know how you say his name, he came out and said that the first trailer for the film is going to be out very shortly. So I am looking forward to that. I will check that out as soon as it gets released. They've also released, and I don't have anything to show you because I didn't have time to gather the information, but they also revealed the costume for Tim Drake in the second half of Titans season 4, which will be the last. And it's a pretty cool costume for Tim Drake. So we're going to, I still have quite a few episodes to watch to catch up, but those episodes will resume in about 3 weeks. So we can look forward to the finale of that. All right, so just a few comments off of my last video. I forgot to mention that Zachary Levi did blame one more thing on the for the failure of Shazam 2, and it was the lack of marketing, which is bullcrap. It was marketed everywhere. So you can't, they're just making excuses left and right. And the studio, again, has nobody to blame but themselves. It wasn't The Rock's fault. It wasn't Cavill's fault. It wasn't Snyder's fault. And there are people still trying to blame Snyder. And it's just like, dude, people were watching those movies long after Snyder was done and stopped going as soon as Hamada took over and the crap films started getting released. And they stopped focusing on their main characters. But I digress. All right, so let's talk about the Snyderverse continuing. I have heard from several different sources that the Snyderverse is going to continue, but not the way we want. And I'm going to talk about what this means and two possible scenarios. The rumor going around is that Zack Snyder met with Jim Lee, which I do believe happened. Jim Lee has been commissioned to do some art for his SnyderCon next week or next month. And I do believe that they met, and the rumor is that they're going to continue the rest of Snyder's story in comic book form. And if I'm a betting man, I would say Jim Lee was going to do the art for it. That's the only way I think I would be okay with it. I love Jim Lee's art, and if they're going to tell an epic story like that, like they need to go all out, and I would be all in on that. That'd be the most excited I've been for comic books in probably the last 5 to 10 years. So I'm hoping we get something, and I do believe that with the SnyderCon that is going to be the end. I really do at this stage. I do think that the reason Jim Lee's getting involved is that they've all partnered to have this be the official send-off. Snyder is definitely going to be working with Netflix, and he does have the whole entire Rebel Moon thing going, and I will be covering that in great detail, shortly. And he also has, the Army of the Dead, that whole universe. So he's going to be busy doing those things, and he's getting paid handsomely for it. So he is probably going to be putting this behind him. Not to say that they might not retcon this in the future. We've all seen, what they did with Star Wars and all those years of novels and everything that just went out the door when they officially started making new movies. They could easily do that. So that's the other possible scenario here, is that they may go back to Snyder's story in the future. Because at the investors' call, David Zaslav did say that, they're banking and hoping that James Gunn stuff does well, but they have basically another plan in place if it doesn't, and things are not looking good right now. I'm telling you right now. So we're going to see where this leads, and if that's the case, they may want to go back to it. So here's how I look at this. If at the SnyderCon they do not address this at all, then they're leaving the door open for the Snyderverse to continue. But if they do announce, the comic book or something to close it out, then we know they're officially going to be done with it. So we've got a couple of ways of looking at that, and I think that's the best litmus test for what's happening out there now. So there's my end of the day update. If I'm able to talk tomorrow and there's more information, I will do another update if there's enough information. So I do think I'm going to be seeing John Wick. Well, I am seeing John Wick 4 tomorrow. So if I can talk, I will be doing a review, but that's going to be late at night. So if not, that review will have to come up on Friday. But if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. That way you will be notified as new videos go up. I do appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys on the next video.